The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser-cut dice towers, tokens, and more developed by a gamer for gamers and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts.
Hey everybody, it's Brooke from Red Dirt D&D, and I just want to take a moment to thank you for listening. It's been such an amazing response to this crazy thing that we're doing here in Oklahoma, in the middle of America. So thank you to all the great folks that are listening. Please go to your favorite player, whether it's iTunes or Spotify or whatever, and please give us a rating. It helps so much. Also share, of course, with your friends and family, co-workers. Keep throwing Red Dirt D&D out there onto the social media and stuff. You can interact with us at Twitter at Red Dirt D&D. You find us on Facebook at facebook.com/RedDirtDND. And we would love to hear from you. Of course, if you're a Patreon member, we have a Discord, and you can jump on there and join some fantastic friends like Dan Demented and Zambonolo, just to have fun, and we really enjoy that too. So here comes the next episode of Red Dirt D&D. Thank you all for listening. Please like us and share, and we're off to the Caliban frontier.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin of Daga, bringing her justice to the wilds of Ritoya.
I'm Konnor Shenold, and I play Konnor with a K, the Kobold sorcerer who's finally out of the bag.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a roguish warlock controlling his fate with chaos.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a highborn halfling druid who has forsaken her family for the call of the frontier.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Makrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer wielding his arcane gifts to delve into the mysteries of the wilderness.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Caliban Frontier. Night falls on the frontier. You make camp nearby the remains of Isabel's skyship, La Promise. It's a bit disquieting knowing where you are and what happened here. But the night passes without incident, and the morning dawns. The sunlight does have some trouble reaching down into this cavernous scar upon the earth. But Gideon, you especially feel the warmth slowly overtaking the chill of the night air. And a translucent, glowing figure appears before you. Long veil. She's almost so bright to look at that it's difficult.
I go to my knees. My lady.
Champion.
What can I do for you?
Do you remember what you swore?
I do.
I rarely suffer failure.
I understand.
You have been warned. The next time that you refuse to show mercy to a creature of sentience, the price will be steep.
I understand, my lady.
Then you have my blessing for another day. Heal this place. As she looks over to the fallen remains of the skyship.
It will be done.
She gives a nod and slowly fades.
I am going to, since we just finished a long rest, prepare ceremony and make some holy water with bless with 250 silver pieces. Just crush them up into a mortar and pestle and create this holy water and sprinkle it out. And I calm myself and I say, as the sun reaches this broken ship, I ask for the blessings of the triple sisters, Dawn, Daga, and Dusk, upon this area to release the spirits. You are allowed to go home now to make this place clean.
As you finish your prayer, sending out this holy energy, channeling from the deep well that is the power of the Sky Sisters, It does seem as though, just for a moment, that dusk and dawn lend you a piece of their power as well. The sweet, loving energy of the start of the day, the searing brightness of noon, and the coolness of sundown settle over this place. And you feel like you can take your first real breath here, like something that was oppressing and just bringing the entire area down with it is gone.
I'm also going to walk over to Zonimus. I say, Zonimus, we're releasing the ghosts of the past off this ship. I'm asking that we also release the ghosts of your past. You're moving forward here, from here on out. You're free.
I appreciate it, Gideon, to you and to yours. But there's one more left. And I'll rub the spot on my arm that has the burn scar. One more left.
I'm talking about for this ship. We'll still have to deal with that thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna throw a Trito on the ground. Turn away, pat you on the shoulder. Thank you. Walk off.
Jasper, he and Kikiak have a little fire going and some breakfast sausage and eggs and a little bit of toast just to get up and get the day going.
And I'm going to walk over to Thalia with some food.
She's regained consciousness this morning, just kind of looks up at you and looks at what you've got on offer. But, you know, she's bound and gagged still.
Well, I'm going to release the gag so that she can eat, and I'm going to be feeding her.
How romantic.
I'm going to say, Thalia, I know that you have to deal with whoever your employers are, but I think they'd be real interested in us as well. And I point over to Poppy, and I say, have you, in all your dealings with the remnants of the Empire, ever heard of a creature by the name of Aldonza?
She doesn't say anything, but from her facial expression, you notice that she recognizes the name.
All right. Well, just in case you hadn't heard, she was a general in the Empire and was working for the Empire to find the Temple of Nightmare, the Terrible Black. You see that cape that my friend is wearing? That's Aldonza's.
Gonna get hunted down by more people.
So yeah, Thalia, it's a very subtle expression, but you do notice her eyes go a little bit wider.
I am cool, but I don't need an entire empire
So,
chasing me.
what does this even mean for me?
I think your employers would be interested in us.
Oh yes, I'm willing to bet that that will be the case.
So I'm asking you to guide us to them.
I told you, I cannot do that.
Why not?
I don't know where they are. Besides that, the camp moves. They do not remain in one place for long.
Besides your Mephit friend, how do they contact you?
As I told you, messages,
Through?
magic.
Well then, I think we're gonna keep you with us for a little while.
Oh, joy of joys.
Oh, joy of joys.
One other question. Someone else we've been looking for out here. You ever heard of a man by the name of Wiley Smokes Moran?
Oh, she knows it.
That's the same look Zonimus has sometimes.
The prince with no crown.
Oh, that's a good name.
That's a good name.
Oh, God, it's a name he probably gave himself.
Surely, but... What? Wiley be narcissistic enough to give him his own nickname?
You know it's good when all
No
the players
way.
grab their pens and start taking a note.
So you know him.
I've heard of him, yes.
Do you know
The
any?
Empire is very pleased to have him.
So he's working for the Empire.
Is he working for the Empire, or is the Empire working for him?
Welcome aboard, Gideon.
All right. Then, do you know how
Here
we
he is
could-
very handsome.
I met him. Hey, he's not that much into you.
He's got a scar on his face, a real disfiguring one.
Oh, I have heard that too. He is of a different persuasion, but I can still admire.
So, could you lead us to Wiley?
I wish.
Well, when you contact them again, however they contact you, I think you should let them know that we've got you as captive.
I could do that, if it would please you.
Yes.
How about
Oh, I'm going to do it now. You can't stop me.
you want to bet? My problem isn't stopping you, ma'am. My problem is stopping him. And I point to Gideon. Here's how this is going to go down for the both of you. I look to her and to Gideon. The next time they contact you to check in to see if you have retrieved the item of interest, you will let them know that you have and you are ready to meet with them to give it to them for favor, for payment, for whatever your arrangement was. And you're going to keep it real nice and real straight and real even. And when you go to this meeting, we will be escorting you. Do you understand?
Oh, my heroes.
Do you understand?
Intimidation. Roll it.
To the wrong house. How is
Come
your
on,
intimidation,
big
though?
money.
24.
As you wish.
Prestidigitation, eyes glowing. The color of, my eyes glow the color of smoked skin.
I mean, you probably could have just
Ooh,
told her
nice.
about your relationship with Wiley and that you could totally introduce them, and then she would have like totally just done it for funsies. But
Because Wiley,
By the way, Wiley's my ex. I've been looking for him.
and Wiley has two hands.
I still have his favorite sweater, and I was wanting to give it back to him. And it's really awkward, but I figured if you came with us,
I was saying she seems super into meeting.
do you agree?
Do you still like me? Check
That
yes
is
or no.
that works just great. That's perfect. Right now, we all need to figure out where we go from here. We didn't find what Jasper was looking for, so there's really no reason to head back.
Weren't we supposed to go to Fort Rushing Water?
We were still going toward the
Great Mother River.
Great Mother River,
Oh.
but Zonimus, what's up?
Well, this is Johnny actually raising his hand.
Oh.
For the purposes of having a face for radio, I think maybe Kiri and I need to describe what Zonimus and Poppy have been going through the past 2 episodes. Every time someone mentions the item that we can't find,
The one that you have in your pocket?
I am glaring at her, glaring at her pocket, glaring at her, feeling my pocket, looking at
And I'm
Jasper,
just finger across the neck. No.
and I'm just thinking chaos, chaos.
Just steal it from her and then.
So there's just a bit of, there's just kind of a bit of a
I mean, I wanted to talk to you about it,
You know?
but then you started talking to the girl.
But just for the audience at home,
Yeah.
Kiri and I are literally staring across
They
the
are.
table from each other.
They are, yeah, making signs at each other.
I look down at where a pocket would be. She mouths the words, "I will kill you." Carry on.
Jasper, what are you thinking about right now?
Well, breakfast.
Which has been good. Thank you for that.
Oh, well, you're welcome, Gideon. Well, about to say, if there's nothing else to be found here, then I suppose that I need to, again, find some way to get my hands on some firestone. Or, again, I need something for a conduit, and...
We just plan on sailing it right into Venturis, or
Oh, no,
once you
boy.
get to work,
No,
what you gonna
boy.
do?
The problem will be replication. You see, I've got the plans, I've got the specifications, and then also, if I can prove how it works on a smaller scale, then, building it on a larger scale, now that would be quite fun.
So see, one crystal wouldn't do you any good. You need multiple so that you can have a little fleet of these little ships.
See, she's thinking right.
Do you think that we might be able to find some more stuff as we go further into the frontier, into the wilds?
I mean, I'm not saying it would be impossible. Anything's possible, Gideon.
True. Well, I'll tell you what. We will keep searching. If we come across anything, we will let you know. And, if you hear of anything, maybe send Kikiak to find us.
No message. On board.
Well, Kikiak, if you find anything or know about anything, why don't you come let us know what's going on?
Good flight.
I was awful tuckered out last night. I think I might have kind of dozed off a little bit as I was making some notes in my journal and stuff. But what was the tail end of that Wandering Wind story?
Oh yes, the Wandering Wind. Like I said, the elves mostly, they tell stories about they call him one of the great ancestors. And that's literally his name, is the Wandering Wind. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, Makrim, but the elves, they earn their names, you see. From the time that, they're youngins to, around about a couple hundred years, they're just known as, typically they're called, the child of their mother. So whatever their mother's name would be.
Yeah.
But upon, reaching about, 100 years or so, after they've done a great deed, then they get their name.
like the founding of the Dwarven clans only, like, generational?
Well, it's individual. So
Right.
Yeah, so the Wandering Wind, well, they call him that because, as most elves, they don't like to settle down. They gotta wander. They don't like being tied down to one place.
Yeah, I know.
I look at Gideon.
So that's where, like, a Brave Star gets part of her name, is that right?
Well, exactly. About to say, a Brave Star, she's done something to earn that name.
Alyssa got her name because she's real talkative and honest. Clearwater.
So this Wandering Wind feller just, like, can't stand still.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. As they say, he follows the winds, follows them wherever they take him, and never stays in one place for very long. To the point where he's something of a mythical figure.
People still get reports of him being around, like well, look at Poppy. Like you were talking about them things, they like Goliath, that long time ago you were talking about them things that are seen in the mountains in the north.
Oh, the hairy guys.
Yeah.
Wait, was I talking about woolly mammoths? Yes. Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. So is it like, do people still see him around today?
I mean, some elves claim, because they say that there's only one elf what has ever made friends with Pegasus. And they say that you can still see and hear that very same pair wandering on the winds.
Well, elves don't live that long.
Well, I know, boy, but that's why it's a legend.
I look at Donovan. Right, a legend, of course. Description in my book. Making notes in my journal.
I meant to ask you, Brooke. Have you been napping this whole time? Because that was your job.
Yes, like it's in the background.
I didn't know if he had just been quietly back there mapping.
Yeah. Well, we haven't gone that. Like
Yeah,
this is our first real outage, right?
So did you put this wreck site on the map?
So yes, it's on my
I feel
little.
like your uncle would be very intrigued.
Don't get ahead of me. Like you are not wrong. There is something in the back of Mockrin's mind on the horizon, so don't worry. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting later on. That's almost a roundtable discussion later.
Implications.
Yep.
Plausible deniability. Oh, sorry. I thought we were singing our own theme songs.
Trito.
All right. So, Jasper, from here, how would we get to the Great Mother River?
Well, it depends on how north you want to go.
Well, I was going to say, if we just go straight west, because we've gone quite a ways north. If we were to go straight west, we'd run into the Great Mother River.
You'd hit it, I would say, give it about 2 days and you'd hit it.
Yeah. Well, you've been an amazing dwarf.
I try.
Well, I've had my dealings with dwarves before.
I say we're a bit of a handful to deal with, but...
Well,
I've been dealing with one.
I meant back in Venturis. Outside...
Oh, even the ones in Venturis.
Outside of one other dwarf that I know who's become a dear friend.
Oh.
You're an amazing, amazing dwarf.
Thank you, Mr. Block. And he holds his hand out to you to give you a good, firm dwarven handshake and says, now, if you or your friends, if there's anything that I can do for you, any way I can help you all out, you just come say hi. Don't be a stranger.
Will do. Travel without incident, my friend.
And you as well.
I kick Zonimus in the shin and then walk to the bow of the ship.
Ooh, I noticed that. What was that for?
I'm gonna walk over and shake his hand as well and say, I tell you what, it's a darn good thing you're crazy and not evil.
Oh, I know.
Because I was coming here for whole different reasons. Thank you for breakfast. Walk off.
Kikiak, looks at you, does the thing.
I'll finger gun and wink at Kikiak.
Yeah, Kikiak just, points at his eyes and then points back at you. Just the bird is watching you. Wings puff up a little bit, trying to look intimidating.
While those two are going off, I figure the three of us can start loading up the cart. We've got to break down camp.
Hey, Poppy, you always get me out of the heavy lifting.
Continue to talk to Smithson just about,
Yeah,
life
he helps.
and living.
Helps y'all break camp and sort out what's his versus what's yours.
It's going to be so great when he, air quote, hires more, air quote, bandits to go steal some more of this stuff, harming people, injuring people, destroying property. Too bad we didn't find anything on there's wreckage that he might want.
Okay, I have a series of thoughts. One, I don't entirely trust Jasper Smithson. He seems a little shady. Number two, this is a right powerful crystal. What if we need it?
You don't even know what it does.
I don't care.
If it does anything at all.
Number three, if you really think that the right thing to do is to give it to him, then I will give it to him. But I just haven't had a chance to just like really talk to you about it because Konnor was up on here with his opinions last time.
I turn invisible, sneak over there.
When we went up to the boat, where we are,
The bow.
the bow.
Titanic style.
I made it so that I'm out front,
So you're
Turning
Rose
like a-
in this.
turning, looking back into the boat
I can fly.
with your back to everyone on the boat. Prestidigitate something out of the corner of your eye or a footstep, like someone might be coming up while you're talking about this secret stuff.
Why would you do that?
Want to roll?
Give me a perception check to see if you can identify if it's an illusion. Versus Zonimus's spell save DC.
15.
15?
You got it.
Why would you try to scam me like that? Is this another joke? You know can't tell when you're joking.
What I did was make like a footstep sound. I was trying to make noises to drown out what you were saying because you were getting really upset and you were speaking loud.
Yeah. I don't think I was, but okay.
Okay.
So,
You never know. Someone's right behind you right now. And I motion my head and look up about the height of a pair of eyes. Someone would be there.
I think you're just fooling me.
Maybe so.
But if you really think it's the right thing to do, then I'll
What's
give
the right thing to do? And I look up again, right where somebody would be standing right behind you.
You know what I'm saying. I don't know what you're trying
I don't
to...
know what you're talking about either.
You're making me mad. I don't know if you're trying to be funny.
Have you turned around to look to see if there's someone standing behind you? Because I'm trying to distract the conversation from you saying the wrong thing while someone's standing right behind you and hears you say, but we found the crystal and I don't know what to do with it. Because the magic thing,
You're just trying to get me to turn around so you can get it out of my backpack.
Would I do that?
Yes!
You really think I would do that? You were offering it up to me earlier for a necklace of fireball. Do you really think I would do that?
Fine, I turn around.
Slide a hand.
You swine! You...
Perception!
There's a B word that I want to call you, but I can't.
The dice tower has collapsed.
Everything's just going crazy.
12.
16.
All right.
I've never trusted... You have brute, like...
But you don't
You
know
don't
yet.
even know what you have done
You don't know yet.
when I find out.
All right, so Zonimus, you are now in possession of one blue crystal.
You know, Anonymous, maybe it is the right thing to do. I should just go give it to him right now. And I bring my bag around to open it and look for it.
Prestidigitation. It's right in front of you. Right there where you put it. Right in that little pocket.
It was a big pocket. It's a
Right
big
in that
crystal.
big pocket. Well, it's there.
But
Give me a perception check.
dirty 20.
It's an illusion.
What did you do with it? Zonimus Gabriel Denon.
Oh my God! You three named me. You three named me.
Two, 3 foot Bobby. Just used all 3 names. Sticking her hand out.
Well, I tap my foot impatiently. I'm waiting, sir. You can't go stealing things from friends. I thought we had turned a corner and we were closer now. And then you just go steal things right out of my backpack with your trickery. I'm hurt.
Funny that. I handed it over to Konnor
What?
before we entered that room. Hey, Konnor!
Huh?
You still got that thing I handed you?
Yeah?
Safe in your backpack?
Yeah?
He's got it. Safekeeping. You trusted me and him. He's got it.
But I didn't let you touch it.
Why do you think I have it right now?
Because there's an illusion in my bag. And you're the only person
How do you know there's an illusion in your bag?
Because I am smart and I know illusions.
What made you go looking in your bag to see if it was there?
Because I decided it was the right thing to do because you're being real cagey about it.
I was listening to you explain to me why you should or shouldn't let Jasper know that you found it.
But
It looks like they're fighting over there.
You were making footstep sounds. You were trying to get me to turn around. I turn around.
Then what happened, Poppy? You turned around, and then what happened?
And then I have an illusory crystal in my bag.
When you turned around, did I take it out of your backpack?
Probably. I'm suspicious that you did.
Or maybe I took it out of your backpack a long time ago. By a long time ago, I mean a few hours before we went to bed. And I handed it
But I didn't
over
let you touch it.
to Con. If you think I have it in my possession right now, how did I get it if you weren't letting me touch it? Stop the letting me touch it argument and tell me why I have it. I don't have it. I took it from you yesterday before we went to sleep. I gave it to Konnor. Konnor!
What?
Do you still have that thing?
It said yes already.
Will you peek in your bag and make sure you got it? Do you see it?
Yeah. It's in there.
I want to see it.
I don't know how I took it from you and gave it to him, though, because you wouldn't let me touch it.
I want to see it.
I don't know how
Then
you think-
let Konnor!
Konnor! Go ahead and pull it up out of your backpack and show it to everyone.
No, you march your little kobold booty over here.
I don't know why you're bringing me into this. Okay. And
Can I tell?
stomp over there. And what?
Let me see it.
Okay, and I open up my bag.
Prestidigitation.
I'm suspicious now.
Don't be suspicious.
Into my bag, and I reach into it, and I grab out the necklace of fireballs.
Where is it?
Konnor, what did you do?
This has gone too far.
Zana, I don't know what's happening over here.
Nobody's laughing about this anymore. The audience is ready for us to move forward.
I guarantee you, I'm laughing about it real hard.
Give it back.
Can I do a perception check to see what Zonimus did with the crystal?
By all means.
Think like a real.
Really?
I said it earlier, but Zonimus, this is
It's
a...
only 9.
You're like looking around like, what the
Listen,
This is the end of it. This is the last straw. Our friendship will be gone.
It will
we
not
will
be
no
gone.
more be a family.
You okay? You're being passive-aggressive right now, and I do not appreciate it.
I'm going to pull up 2 hands, and in each hand is a crystal. They look identical.
Perception check versus his DC.
Before that,
Oh no! Konnor with a K.
y'all need to stop fighting. And I do Thunder Wave.
Oh my god!
Con save!
What is happening?
I will be nice. I will use a sorcery point to cast Careful Spell, which means you automatically save, but you still take half of whatever damage there is. Half of 15.
Oh god!
So 7.
Okay, there's been a big thunder.
Yes.
And now you've got
The ship
Gideon,
itself is creaking ominously.
and you hear some steps coming over, and you hear, what in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Now you've done it.
Zonimus, I'm getting very mad, and the sky above me gets dark, and there's rumbling thunder. But I'm not casting the spell yet, but it's there.
Y'all, stop it.
Yeah, okay,
And
hold
I
on.
get
I'm-
in between them and I, put one hand on Poppy's stomach.
Yeah, this
and
is
Forehead.
one
Her forehead,
hand
my
on,
stomach.
On your knee.
on Zonimus's knee, and I'm trying to push them away from each other.
Zonimus doesn't want to help Jasper, and is keeping secrets, and it's all Zonimus's fault.
Zonimus, what secrets are you keeping?
I mean,
Well,
no,
I found
Bouncing
a
that one.
crystal while we were down there, and I didn't want to tell Jasper about it. I'm totally going with it. I found a crystal while we were down there, and I've been keeping it from Jasper. Sorry.
Why would you do that?
Well, I didn't know if it was the right decision or not to give it to him
Okay, I
or to
understand.
keep it for ourselves, because quite frankly, I don't really know if I trust the dwarf.
I understand not being able to trust Jasper, but he's done nothing but good for us. He led us here. He was the one who brought us here. We didn't have to come here. He's helped us, guide us, talk to us about the stuff you've had to deal with in the past. He gave us everything we've needed, everything we've asked for. He's never tried to hide anything from us. He's been forthcoming. He has been a friend.
Someone can be honest and forthcoming but still not have the best judgment.
Here. And I extend my hand with one of the crystals, and I wave my other one, and the fake one disappears.
Okay, I take it.
You are right, and Poppy, you're right. I should not have kept it from anyone.
What was the point?
I wanted to see how it went overnight out here in the wild, and when we got to the ship, maybe he would turn on us, but we woke up to a great breakfast, and after hearing you and Poppy persuade me to see that there is good in him, I do believe there is.
There you go.
Gideon.
Well,
so there's a crystal to do with what you wish, sir.
Well, good. I thank you, Zonimus, for coming to your senses, and I'm glad that we can maybe help this gentleman out and see what we can do. And I walk toward Jasper.
And nobody else speaks halfling, right?
No.
There is a long stream of curse words. But I say it everything in just the most pleasant voice.
Mocker's just standing at
Jasper
the
has
cart
turned
going,
on us.
Jasper's standing there with his arms crossed.
Yeah, actually, like, Jasper and Kiki are actually, like, hearing the commotion over here. We're just, like, staring at you guys and, like, kind of listening in vaguely. And, like, they're looking at one another, looking back at you guys, looking back at one another, looking back at you guys. And they're like, now what in the name of the princess's vote is going on here?
Stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Before you guys can make any other movements, I need deck saves from everybody.
Thalia got loose while we were fighting, and I'm mad.
Maybe y'all shouldn't fight.
Oh, that's a natural one.
You too.
But everybody, remember, if you are within 10 feet of me, you get an extra +3.
Now, if it matters, Mockern is still back at the cart. He never walked up over there.
Well then, dirty 20.
17.
4.
Do you get an extra 3 yourself?
Well, I get my +3 that I normally get.
So I also rolled a nat 1 for this. Altogether, that would be a modified 7.
7. All right, so anybody who got under a 14 is going to take the full brunt of this.
Oh, actually, I got more than I said, which is well over a 14. I was rolling initiative, not doing a dex save. So it'd be 11 plus 5 plus 3.
Remember, everybody give yourself a long rest before we start doing damage.
Yeah.
So it'd be 11 plus 5, 16 plus 3, 19.
Twita! Would be 26 points of fire damage if you failed.
Yeah,
Mine's
if we
half
saved, we
of
could take half.
And yeah, if you saved, you take half.
I got fire resistance.
So you will
we
take
also
half.
just took thunder weight damage.
Well, y'all shouldn't have been fighting.
And who's got the crystal?
I do.
Will you give me another deck save to see if you hold on to that crystal in the shock of the fireball?
Yes.
Your
Dex save.
fault. 100%.
20.
Yeah, non-natural.
All right, so you're still holding the crystal. As Thalia has teleported onto, because you're kind of, I imagine that you guys are on like the forecastle of this ship, which is now up in flames. As she's standing there, fingers pressed together. So I'm gonna need that crystal. Roll initiative.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Zonimus.
Hi, I'm Zonimus. I
did you-
started all this.
He started all this.
It is 100% your fault.
We did start
I got
fire.
I got dice 14.
14.
Yes.
Konnor.
22.
Gideon.
5.
Makron.
7.
Poppy.
12.
Connor, what is your dex modifier?
+2.
+2? Okay. Roll off with me.
Come on, big money.
So her dex is +2.
10.
10. Okay, so she's gonna go first. She got a long rest too.
Let me ask you this. The horses and the buggies up where you're up at the buggy.
I am.
And from there, can Makron see what is going on? Can he see fire and danger?
Yeah, it was kind of a big fireball.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to assume that Wildfire also saw fire and danger?
I mean, they also heard the thunder clap.
Between the thunderclap and the fire.
Everybody-
Probably by
and-
shouting at that
Everybody
point.
was looking at us and not at her.
Does that mean Mockern's out of range of the fireball?
So Talia is up first, and she is going to use her turn as she starts to speak in dark arcane language. Her eyes go black for a moment as she gestures around to the area that you are all in. It's a pretty small 20-foot square. And black tentacles erupt
Can I make a reaction?
You're way far away.
You would like to attempt to counterspell?
Yep.
You will have to roll for it, but you may.
10 plus the spell's level. Cheese and crackers. Do I get a bonus with it? Do I get
No.
to add my
Is there
thing?
spell attack?
My spell attack bonus?
I believe I would say you get to add your modifier.
Yeah, so a modified 14.
Okay, actually with a modified 14, you will cancel the spell.
Yes! I reach for the weave and I try to disperse whatever it is she's doing.
Yes, so she stands there very upset that the spell did not go off the way she wanted. So, Konnor,
Okay,
you're up.
I am very annoyed. First we're fighting, then this lady has gotten free, and Konnor reaches out and points at her, and you see this beginning of a sparking coming out of his finger and a lightning bolt straight at her. I need a dexterity saving throw. And I'm just gonna roll all these d8s in.
Modified 20.
Okay, she takes half a 13. 30, sorry. Half a 30.
Okay.
So 15.
That's a much big,
Yeah, sorry.
Big difference between those two.
Yeah.
All right, so that will bring us around to Zonimus.
No one's up on her, right?
Not yet.
Hex.
Okay.
And then I guess that's all I got.
Okay.
We'll pick. It doesn't matter what ability checks, it's just an ability check.
Yeah, it's
not a
based off
save,
ability checks,
so
not saving throws.
Dex.
Dicks.
She has to balance on the boat.
Was that all you wanted to do, just hex her?
Yeah. How about you?
I whistle, but I imagine that Wildfire is already on his way. So he gets however far he can get with his 40.
I'll say he gets down kind of to the ship, but he's not up with you guys yet.
Oh, well, since he can do it, he can do double. He can do a dash.
Yeah, he can dash and get up there.
So he's with me, but he can't do anything yet. But I am this is not going to work, but I don't have any. The cloud over my head from when I was made. It's still there, and it's mad. And it gets dark, and it starts swirling, and a swirling, and a swirling. And I cast Dust Devil, which I'm going to send at her.
Okay.
So choose an unoccupied 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range, so just one of the ones right next to her. An elemental force that resembles a dust devil appears in the cube and lasts for the spell's duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the dust devil must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half and isn't pushed. And then as a bonus action, I can move, and the dust devil moves over sand, dust, loose dirt, or small gravel. It sucks up the material and forms a 10-foot radius cloud of debris around itself that lasts until the start of your next turn. The cloud heavily obscures the area. Okay. So it doesn't hurt her yet, but it looks real scary. And then Wildfire.
Because she's right next to it. Does she still have to make the save?
No, because she has to end her turn within 5 feet of it, is what it specifically says.
Gotcha.
And so then Wildfire growls.
Makron?
Because I use my reaction, I can still take an action.
Yes.
Okay, very cool.
You can just only take one reaction per turn.
Right. I am going to throw a second level chromatic orb at her
Okay.
with a modified 17.
Okay, that will hit.
Yay! Second level. It's gonna be 21 points of damage
21. Yikes.
with acid.
She is bloodied but determined. Gideon.
How far away is she?
From you, 20 feet.
How far away is the rope?
I would say probably 40 feet in a dataways direction.
Well, then we're just going to go up. I'm going to pull out Scimitar and attack
Oh, nice.
non-lethally.
Okay.
Stand on the other side away from the tornado.
Which would be a 19 to hit.
Will hit.
7 points of damage.
7. Okay.
Second attack. Wow. 22 to hit.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
11 points of damage.
Bloodied but determined.
Okay.
We roll around back to her turn. She will, in the blink of an eye, disappear from the spot she was. Reappearing 30 feet to the other side of the boat. And again, she begins to cast. And it's a very familiar spell as you scent sulfur and hear the crackling of fire once again. I know the first time wasn't a bit rough, but as they say, second time is the charm.
I don't think that's what they say.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Macron Stonechaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Konnor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.